LDG, Lockdown Gang in the building. First and foremost, glory to God. Thank you for giving us another day. Today, we're talking about all the restrictions Mike Wang put on play shots and what does this mean to come in NBA 2K23. Without further ado, let's get into it and let's talk about the actual truth of what's about to happen to everybody who likes to play with smaller builds. Let's get into it. So if you've been stuck under a rock, Mike Wang put a restriction on dribbling or the elite dribblers such as the Trae Youngs, the Damian Lillards, what else? Who else? Steph Curry's and some other ones. They put restrictions where you have to have a 90 and above, and you need at least a 92 to get every single dribble package in this game. And I do believe that is somewhat fair because there are not a lot of tall guards that got great dribble handles like that. I'm not gonna say there's none, but there's not a lot, okay? And it's very rare. And they're trying to make it where people will still invest in making smaller builds. They want people to make a variety of builds and not just be one build. But we know play shots are still going to find a way to be a meta. But not only did he put restrictions on dribbling, they put restrictions on dunking as well. We know the quick drops, you used to be able to get like a 60 something, 74 drive and dunk with a 34 vertical or 40 vertical, and you was able to get you some driving quick drops, and you knew how that was because they were OP with the speed, and then they get into the air with the driving dunks, and they made it just like out of this world. You couldn't play defense on a smaller build, but Mike Wang upped that to 80 and also a 60 vertical. And I know if you play NBA 2K22, you look and say, man, that's not a big deal. That's not a big deal at all. I can get that right now, so I'm not really worried. Read between the lines. They're really trying to make this game extremely balanced. And what I mean by balance, they're trying to make it where you're not going to be able to get a lot of things. So if you got high dribbling and let's say some solid shooting, you may not be able to get no finishing and no vertical and things like that. Please read between the lines. I know 60 and 80 don't seem like a lot, but it's going to be a lot when it comes to NBA 2K23. They're going to start putting a lot of more restrictions on the game. Take this back. Remember in 2K14 when it first came out, you was damn near an OP build. Everybody was doing their thing. 15, you had sort of 7-foot demigods. 16, they put a lot of restrictions on the game. Let's fast forward to the 21s. Remember you had the OP builds. Everybody could pretty much do everything. Then you had 22 where we had the glitch builds, but it was more about diverse. I'm not gonna say it wasn't, but the glitch build was given, I wouldn't even call it glitch, but those builds and the visuals looked like they were 6'7", but they really was never 6'7" or 6'9". It was actually just 6'8". But the metric system changed to Imperial system makes them 6'9", but they're really not 6'9", if that makes any kind of sense. But they was getting a lot of good attributes that you probably wouldn't see, and it's really not that big of a deal. But let's just say you had where these smaller guards really dominated the game. And now we're getting into very restrictive gameplay when it comes to badges now. You're not going to be able to get a lot of Hall of Fame. In my opinion, I think you're only going to get one Hall of Fame badge per category, which is going to be known as core badges, and other tier badges will be gold, silver, and bronze. Mark my words, I know they haven't talked about it, but that's the way they're going. And now if you make a shorter player, you're going to take a lot more hit on different other categories. So you may be dominant in playmaking and shooting, but you're not going to be able to get a dunk. You're not going to be able to get defense, and you're going to get brutal. I don't even know if you're going to be able to have the speed if you make high dribbling. And I agree, but and there's some point where I don't agree because I don't want us to feel like super duper restrictive. You don't have to be super duper restrictive to create balance, because at the end of the day, the attributes are important, but the badges are more important. If you can balance the badges, balance the speed, it can definitely be more balanced on both sides. What made these play shots so crazy, and we're getting into the truth right here, is the badges. It's not the builds, and it's not the attributes per se, even though those things matter. It's the badges that was trumping a lot of other builds at the end of the day. Like, even though, you know what I'm saying, these smaller guards was doing things, they was getting so much in 22. Like, you can have a 99-3, high dribbling, high defense, and still have enough to get dunks. And you just don't upgrade some other stuff that you really don't need. And that was an issue in 22. And I think this year, I'm not going to say this is the depth of the play shots, because I don't think play shots are ever going to go anywhere. I think this is going to be the year of role playing shots or play shots, where you're going to be great at creating and scoring, and you're not going to be creating or scoring as much as you're accustomed to scoring, because you're going to be losing a lot more stamina if you're doing too much over dribbling and if you got the ball in your hands a lot. So this is the creation of a new play shot, the facilitator shot. That's what I'm gonna call these. They are not play shots no more. They are facilitating shots, because play shots are having the ball in their hands so much for the past years. This year, 2K is gonna force you to get the ball out your hands and make you, yes, I repeat, make you play more team ball. Y'all let me know what's your thoughts on the restrictions. Let me know if you're making a play shot in the comments below as we get more latest and greatest NBA 2K23 news. Hey, keep it locked in. I may not present it first, but I'm always gonna go more in depth. It's your boy Bake. Live life, stress less, rocking one of your best. Without God, my life would be a mess. Always remember to have faith, hope, and love. Peace.